Hi everyone, welcome back to Hands-Free Studying for the MBE, brought to you by Brainscape. These upcoming constitutional law questions cover due process and fundamental rights. Okay, let's get started. Question 1. Does the Constitution protect against wrongful conduct by the government or by private citizens? The Constitution protects against wrongful conduct by the government. However, there is an exception. And this can happen if the individual is performing a task traditionally performed exclusively by the state, or if the individual and the government are excessively intertwined. Here, the government must affirmatively encourage, facilitate, or authorize the activity to constitute sufficient entanglement. Question 2. What are the three main powers Congress can use to limit discrimination by private citizens? Congress can use either the 13th Amendment, the Commerce Clause, and its federal purse power. Question 3. Who does the Bill of Rights apply to? The Bill of Rights applies to the federal government, as well as the states via the 14th Amendment Due Process Clause. Question 4. Which provisions of the Bill of Rights are not incorporated to the states? There are three main ones: the Third Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, and the Seventh Amendment. Question 5. What is the reverse incorporation doctrine? This holds that the Equal Protection Clause is incorporated to the federal government via the Due Process Clause of the Fifth Amendment. And let's take a quick study break to remind you to drink plenty of water. Remember that your brain is so much better able to learn and retain knowledge when it's fully hydrated. So take a big sip and let's get ready for the final 5 questions. Question 6. What is the test for strict scrutiny? A law will be upheld under strict scrutiny if it is necessary to achieve a compelling governmental interest, and it is the least restrictive means possible to achieve that interest. Question 7. When is strict scrutiny triggered? Strict scrutiny is triggered if the law involves a suspect classification or fundamental right. Question 8. What is the test for intermediate scrutiny? Under intermediate scrutiny, a law will be upheld if it is substantially related to an important government interest. Question 9. Who bears the burden for strict and intermediate scrutiny? The government bears the burden for both. For strict scrutiny, the government must demonstrate that the classification is necessary to achieve a compelling governmental interest and is narrowly tailored to achieve that interest. For intermediate scrutiny, the government must demonstrate that the classification is substantially related to an important governmental interest. Question 10. What is the test for rational basis review? Under rational basis review, the law will be upheld if it is rationally related to a legitimate government purpose. Remember that there's a presumption of validity, thus any legitimate reason will be upheld as long as it isn't completely arbitrary. And that's the end of your 10 flashcard study round. To reach full mastery, remember to study in Brainscape. Our mobile and web app uses the latest in spaced repetition techniques, allowing you to optimize your study time and track your progress down to the finest detail. But of course, when you're driving, cooking, exercising, or otherwise unable to navigate the app, be sure to keep listening to the rest of this hands-free studying playlist. No matter what subject you're learning and what method you're studying it, Brainscape helps you rise to your challenge.